Alright, so is it recording this time? Alright, so hey guys, how about we're gonna be watching a death battle between Killua Zoldyck from Hunter x Hunter and Misaka Mikoto from CERN Magical Index and a CERN Scientific Railgun. So as much as I want to say Killua, I think Misaka might win because I have like 3 reasons. I feel like she's just gonna have way better stats. 2, I feel like Killua resists electricity, but his limit is like 1,000,000 volts, and then Misaka's electricity is like in the billions of volts, basically. And then 3, I feel like Killua might be more experienced, but I feel like experience can only take you that far. So yeah, I think Misaka's gonna win. And from here, I see the next battle is Stitch versus Rocket Raccoon. I didn't get spoiled, but on the episode or the next episode, but I think that's the Raptors prediction video. I didn't watch the prediction video, but it just popped up when I was gonna watch Killua vs Misaka. I didn't get spoiled on the winner from Killua vs Misaka, but I'm pretty sure that Killua is not winning this fight. Killua is probably gonna lose. Let's see.
This episode is sponsored by Better.
So yeah, Killua is so losing this fight.
Help and Hello Fresh.
I'm just fixing the thing. Excuse me.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp and HelloFresh.
So. Let's go.
Killua Zoldyck, Hunter x Hunter's prodigious lightning assassin.
Misaka Mikoto, Academy City's ace electric princess.
Question. What is more terrifying than the all-powerful crackling might of lightning?
Lightning in the hands of cocky, hyper-talented teenagers. The worst combination. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Alright, let's start with Killua.
The Zoldicks, a vicious family of assassins known the world over. So infamous for their killing techniques, a single photo of any member sells for millions.
You don't want to be the target of their next family outing. But like all families, there's bound to be a rebel.
As was the case with the middle child, Killua.
They seriously named him Kill? Hardcore.
Well, it might be a pun on the term KILLOWHAT, but kill is apt, given he's been trained in past tensing people since he was 3.
I'll say, at age 14, he was strong enough to open a 64-ton door. Jeez, what kind of workout did his family put him through? Somehow, it gave him 6 skater skills, extendable claws, and rhythm echo, a technique that lets him fool people's senses with just his feet.
More accurately, by manipulating the cadence of his footsteps, Killua can create an auditory illusion, capable of tricking even extrasensory abilities.
Killua was a heck of a prodigy, but despite being able to effortlessly rip out hearts, his family still thought he wasn't cold-blooded enough.
Fed up, he ran away. Not to the circus, but to the Hunter Association, an association of people who hunt stuff. There, he tested himself in the Hunter's exam and inevitably had gone head over heels for his new friend, Gon. Get it?
Oh, God, Wiz, are you still taking those waste-of-time improv classes?
Yes, and I think it's going pretty well.
Killua's family didn't like him making friends, so they sat him down and then calmly and politely tortured him mercilessly as punishment. It was only thanks to Gon that Killua finally convinced his old man to let him go out on adventures with his buddies.
But this change of heart was no act of compassion. Killua's father saw his freedom as just another step in molding him into a better killer. And in some ways, he was right. Through his adventures, Killua learned Nen, an invisible life force that...
Yeah, it's key. It's always key.
Actually, this one's a bit more complicated. You see, Nen is utilized through 4 main principles. 10 for containing your aura while defending from physical and mental attacks. Zetsu for relieving fatigue and masking your presence. Ren for bolstering strength and
I didn't watch
influencing
this episode,
emotions,
okay?
That's pretty standard so far.
and Hatsu,
Hatsu.
the unique way in which one's nen is expressed.
Yep.
This comes in many forms, but all fall into one of 6 types, which represent how proficient a nen user is at certain techniques.
Basically.
Oh, it's an RPG class system?
More like a hybrid class system, because most users actually fall somewhere between 2 categories, giving them differing degrees of proficiency. Techniques from these nen categories can even be further enhanced by adding rules to their use. Oh, then there are the advanced principles, which...
Oh god, okay, I get it.
But we haven't even talked about Killua's Hatsu yet. Killua is a
Hatsu, yeah.
transmuter enhancer, i.e. he specializes in transmuting his aura into different forms and enhancing the power of himself and others. He uses his aura to...
He makes lightning!
Yes, in Killua's hand, lightning becomes a deadly weapon that he can fire down as a bolt,
Godspeed.
channel through his arms, or send
that's
through
his-
metal
that's
objects.
awesome.
Like
You know,
his
you
super
make me do
alloy
that.
yo-yos.
Be the lightning.
These bad boys weigh up to 50 kilograms. See, that's how you make a pun, Wiz.
Okay.
Packing enough force to shatter trees like I just shattered Wiz's
shatter
confidence.
Add in
Golden did
Killua's
that.
lightning, and he can electrify anyone who touches them.
And this isn't some magic-y schmagic-y light.
Oh, fuck. The freaking thing. Freaking volume. I'm sorry, people.
One who touches them.
And this isn't some magic-y schmagic-y lightning. His bolts have been identified as the real deal more than once.
Meaning, Killua is certainly as fast as actual lightning, especially when he uses it on himself to bust out Godspeed, a form that greatly amplifies his agility and power, letting him bypass his synapses to reflexively react to threats.
For regular folk, that much
He's gonna-
voltage would be too much. But thanks to Killua's training, he can shrug off
Resistance.
over 1,000,000 volts of
Yeah, 1,000,000
electricity.
volts.
He's also exceptionally crafty. In a Nen fight, every move matters, and strategy almost always triumphs, even against greater strength.
Killua used these powers to battle world-renowned thieves, bomber mercenaries, and ants.
Oh my god.
That may not
and-
sound like much, but these Chimera ants were brutal, murdering and eating people by the hundreds of thousands, then threatening billions. That reminds me of an old experiment. Gone horribly
Oh my
wrong.
goodness.
Killua understandably wanted to bail, but Gon pulled him back in, much to his frustration.
Killua wanted to be there for Gon emotionally, but could not comprehend why he was risking so much against the Chimera ants, going as far as becoming a monster.
In other words,
Oh my
Killua
God.
was crushing really hard, but didn't know what to do about Gon's simple-minded impulsiveness. It didn't end well for anyone.
It wasn't all doom and gloom, though. Killua held his own against some of the Chimera ants' best, surviving this forest-consuming blast from one of their
How much
captives.
is that?
Which, judging by its size, was
calc
worth
that.
several kilotons.
Oh
And
my
he later
God,
injured a
stop making that
top-ranking
joke,
royal
dude.
guard, Yuppie.
Sure, he ran for the hills the moment Godspeed wore off, and isn't as strong as the
Kill
weird
him with
horseman, but even just damaging someone who can make a crater like this is nothing to sniff at.
But
No,
amidst
it's not.
all the fighting, Killua still could not get his family out of his mind. Literally.
Nope.
As
It's
in,
been
his
enough.
brother, Ilumi, put a needle in his head, forcing him to be controlled by self-preservation, ensuring he'd always run when victory isn't guaranteed. Wiz, you think you can call CPS for that?
Thankfully, after some much-needed self-surgery and self-reflection, Killua removed it, overcoming his mental barrier and ready to risk his life for those he cherishes.
Which he did when he finally got himself and his dear sister Aluka away from their demented family. He even brought Gon back from the brink of his creepy Nen coma.
But
Nice.
despite how valuable Gon was
Good
as a
job,
friend, Killua realized his unhealthy dependence on him.
So he decided to travel with and protect Aluka, finally realizing what he wants to do for the rest of his life. Oh god, the tearful romantic parting!
Yeah,
Still, if Gon or Aloka ever need help, Killua is sure to come running.
Ready to Killua anyone dumb enough to mess
Oh my
with
God,
him or
shut up.
those
Oh,
he
shit.
cares about.
He keeps making jokes about Killua's name, but oh well. But that was a pretty sad story for Killua. Yeah, got away. At least he got away from his family. At least that's a good thing. So I think I'll stop this part here, and then I'll do another part where I watch Misaka's analysis. So we'll be right back.